The suck has set in. Seriously though, I mean, hell. Just a few seconds ago, I was saying, "Oh, great! I gotta make that stupid ass video for that stupid project that doesn't mean anything." And today also wasn't that great. I didn't do any real writing. I didn't get a good sleep last night. I woke up feeling like a bum. I still didn't even really finish that workout, which really pissed me off. Yeah, and I also ate way too much today, dude. Not good. Not very good. The suckage has most certainly set in, and the backsliding is most certainly here, which sucks, you know. It's a shame that you can't just go through life like a robot and just say, oh, do this, that, and the other thing, and then call it quits. It's a very interesting concept in a way, you know. The entire aspect of this is the human condition where most of our lives is just spent essentially just battling ourselves, you know, which makes sense from the spiritual perspective, you know, as the church says, it's all about battling your passions. But it's still just a very strange thing, you know, because like I'm playing the Long Dark right now, having a good time, and when I'm playing that game, it's filled with a lot of, like doing a lot of like tasks that are just kind of tedious. Like you walk from location to location. Sure, there's some level of engagement if you don't want to get attacked by a wolf or whatever. But the bulk of the game is just kind of like busy work. Like I just like what I just spent for the last hour doing was just walking over to a forge and then spamming crafting arrowheads. And I enjoyed that, you know, because in my mind I'm thinking like, hey, I'm progressing. And progressing towards what? Oh, being better in a digital world space and game. It's a pure waste of time. But even in the wasted time world, I can still just stick my head down and just say, this is what you got to do in order to survive, in order to progress. When it comes to real life, when it comes to simply saying, hey, yeah, you got to do this, that, and the other thing, and it's only going to take this percentage of your day up, and it's not that bad, it's like pulling teeth. You know, it's just a very strange thing because when you're speaking about it from this intellectual perspective, from the perspective of just viewing it purely from a detached manner, it's just such an obvious no-brainer. But in the moment, it's just hell on earth, you know. So I don't know what I'm really gonna do. I really don't. I'm probably just gonna do the same thing tomorrow, and that's not very good. You shouldn't do that. But I'm hoping that if I just go to bed right now, it's 9:30, and I just relax and just get up at a good time, and I don't eat any more crap at work because that's what happens. They bring in these damn danishes to work, and I mean, hell, man, like what you can't be bringing you can't be bringing in delicious, delectable little treats when I can't be eating them. Come on, man, that's disgusting. All right, let's do a live planning here. Okay, so I got to get up, and what are we even gonna do tomorrow? I mean, it's like the winter, dude. And are we gonna do tree work? I don't know. Anyway, but that's besides the point. Yeah, we just gotta get home. And that's the big thing is that after it's like hard coded into my brain, and probably everybody else's since school. Because like high school, they like in middle school, they just ingrain this idea in you that yeah, you just the moment you get home at 3, just crash out and do nothing for the rest of the day. You know, you're just exhausted. You're just like, fuck this. Just let me lay down. And the same thing happens here, where I get home and I'm just like, oh, let me eat a tube of crackers and watch my phone. I'll even get in my bed. And I know that's the lying in the bed thing. I don't even think that's a tired thing. I think that's born by the old pattern of behavior of when I was in high school. You would just I would get home and just immediately wank one out, which you know is disgusting. But that's true. That's like what I did, and I bet everybody, a lot of other people did that. Not everybody. I don't want to sit here and try and say no. I'm not a weirdo. I did what everybody else did. Let's not try and treat that behavior as anything other than just gross. But yeah, that's so many layers of how I've lived my life in this boyish manner is now being stacked on top of me when I'm trying to be something else. And that's a bit of a challenge. But you know what? I mean, what else am I going to do? You know, what am I going to just I mean, I guess I could just do what everybody else seems to do through life, based upon some of the guys I see at work, where you just trudge forward anyway, just basically living in survival mode, pretty much just getting by, coasting by at just enough of a pace to where you don't die and you don't go into discomfort, you know. So, and that's probably the worst place you can be in life. But yeah, we really shouldn't do that. So let's try and avoid that.